Health experts say Flurona, catching COVID-19 and the flu at the same time, appears to be uncommon. But as LEX 18's Christiana Ford reports, it's happening to people in Kentucky. She talked to local health experts and tells us what you need to know.
The word Flurona has been floating around social media since 2022 began, and doctors, even locally, have repeated that a Flurona infection catching both COVID-19 and the flu at the same time is uncommon.
Flurona is a really catchy name, but so far that hasn't seemed to be a major problem.
But after I myself tested positive for both viruses, and I heard from viewers across the state about their own experiences, I knew there was a good chance someone could benefit from hearing about it. Taylor Bullock and Jacob Rains are from Pulaski and Whitley County. Both had never heard of Flurona before they knew they were infected.
I hadn't really heard anybody else have it until now.
The doctor told me that the symptoms would get worse over the next couple of days, and she was right. The only way I know how to describe it is rubber bands wrapped around my lungs, and when I would take a breath in, it felt like it would just pull and stretch. And then as bad as that was, on top of that, I had to deal with the flu symptoms as well.
Bullock says she's vaccinated for COVID but did not get a booster or a flu shot.
I do honestly feel like if I wasn't vaccinated, then I would have definitely ended up in the hospital, possibly setting up pneumonia.
Rains is not vaccinated for COVID or flu.
Really the symptoms that I only really had was having a fever, not really having an appetite, and basically having a lightheaded, dizzy spells.
I was vaccinated for COVID, boosted and vaccinated for the flu, and I experienced headaches, fatigue, running nose, congestion, and had difficulty walking short distances. Dr. Ashley Montgomery-Yates says what's important to remember is that everyone will respond differently.
I tell people all the time, the flu vaccine is never, wish it prevented flu, but what it really does is help prevent people from dying of flu. And that's what the COVID vaccine does too. It prevents hospitalization, it prevents severe illness.
Christiana Ford, LEX 18 News.